Welcome back to the show. Um, yeah, um, we have another interesting video here from Gangnam Style, which I'm sure everybody is super psyched to hear what kind of rant he has today after um, this video is made in response to the last one that I made, sort of, but instead of like necessarily going at my video, he's going after the his claims of die group cheating and stuff, which is unusual. It being the fact that he apologized for saying that, which implies that he knows that he was wrong. But since I made like a video basically pointing out the flaws in his video of it being a quote apology, it's an issue, and somehow it negates the fact that he apologized, I guess. So we'll get on. Let's just move on to the video and see what he has to say.
Hello, my fellow Americans. It's President Polo here.
Okay, I didn't say anything the last time about his intro, but we're gonna talk about the intro and how fucking crazy it is. Like, he sounds like Donald Trump. Like, I know that I always have like some kind of like gimmicky like intro to my videos or our videos, and it's kind of weird to do an intro to a video, but when he does an intro, he's so about it. You can just tell by the look on his face in that scene how just about everything he's saying he is. And I just find that hilarious. It's not an important critique, but I think it's funny to point out.
And I'd like to share with you what I know about Die Group. Now, if you see these trolls and you play Phantom Pain, just stay away from them.
Okay, so let's talk about, like, can you elaborate on what you think a troll is? Because the rest of the video doesn't really illustrate that use of calling people in Die Group trolls. Like, I don't really think you know what it means.
You don't want to be involved in their bullshit. Well, when last year Metal Gear came out online, and came out like a month later after the debut of the game, but there were a lot of different clans.
Do we seriously need to like roll the clock back a year ago when the game dropped? Like, is that information even relevant to go back that far? Like, seriously, the next point you are going to bring up about how many groups there are is incorrect. There's not a lot. There's seriously like a single digit number of groups that ever in any time going on in Metal Gear.
You had the Game Never Be Over people. You had the Patriots and the anti-nuclear people and Die Group.
Technically speaking, around the time of the game drop, there wasn't anti-nuclear. There was only philanthropy, which is kind of the same deal, but not really. But yeah, so anyway, back to my other point. There was only like 4 groups initially. Like, Zanzibar was like a group, but like it seriously died in like a week. Like, I never even knew it existed. I just found it on a Reddit forum.
Which then was called Fox Die by some guy, Ariel Serene, who started the group. Now, it was comprised of a lot of patriots, and the patriots like to hoard nukes and build nukes, and they also believe in the idea that they don't want anyone to see the secret cutscene.
Just to give you some actual background on what you mean here, like, at that point, there at no point ever was there Patriots technically in Die Group. There was a whole rift that formed between Die Group and the original Philanthropy because Philanthropy, somebody discovered how to glitch nukes out of bases during training, and it was like an actual cheat, and that was like created this whole rift between them, and that's why Die Group initially became allied with the Patriots, because I think originally they were allied with the with philanthropy. This is neither here nor there. It shouldn't be here, neither here nor there, but here we are talking about it for some reason. So there's no more to it than that, though. That there was just some beef that got started because somebody cheated. I mean, this is the whole another issue that Gangnam you've done, is that you cannot get the facts correct at all. Like, you don't even understand the history of these groups at all, and you like collect like random archive bits of things that a random says on the internet. Like, this is not any kind of like reliable information, and this is the whole issue with the allegations that you have thrown at Die Group, and you just can't like pick up the facts correctly.
And so they don't want anyone to see that, so they have this game never be over thing, which kind of was behind some of the inception of some of the Fox Die members who became Die Group.
Okay, what are you talking about? There's like no connection between Die Group and Never Be Game Over. They're separate groups. Like, there's not any real correlation with any of their motives at the beginning or throughout the year the game has been out. Like, one member has been a part of Never Be Game Over, and he's pro disarmament. This is just me nitpicking the facts of everything you say, because it illustrates my point that you can't get the facts straight. Like, one member was the only connection there, and I really doubt you knew that. Like, there's no way you knew that. The only reason I know that is because I talked to the guy.
They like to target casual gamers and people who like Metal Gear, and then they'll attack their bases, or if they get attacked and they respond, they always have people responding to their bases, which is fine. But they're very unsportsmanlike in their actions and their tactics.
No, they don't target. We don't target casual gamers. That's not a thing that we do. You're just making that up. There's not any like proof. Where's your proof? You're just saying words right now. You're just throwing allegations without any factual evidence to back it up, like you've been doing this entire time. As for having people like respond to bases if they're attacked, that's a function of the game. Are you why are you saying that? Are you like literally griping on a function of the game, like a part of the gameplay? That's a part of the gameplay. What point do you have for saying that?
Like, if you play them and you lose, they'll immediately message you. Not just me. This is just how they act with everyone. They'll message you and start gloating and start trying to start shit with.
No, it's not. That's not true at all. That's not what anybody does. Proof. Where is your proof? You're saying that again. It's been like a minute since the last thing you said that needed proof to be backed up. You're just saying things again. Proof.
They're just not nice people, and they also fight amongst themselves all the time. Many of them get booted from their own Die group.
Who's been booted? No one's been booted. You're just making up things again. You're just making things up again. Why? I feel like a broken record here, being like, you need proof. You can't just make things up. Like, you have fact checks. I know that this is a weird thing to be fact checking, but like, I seriously have no idea where you're getting this information from, and you're not saying.
And now, one thing they hate is being called cheaters. And the reason they changed from Fox Die to Die Group is because they tried to distance themselves from cheaters within their own group. They had some sort of disagreement, and they kicked a bunch of people out, and they renamed it Die Group.
If this ever happened, like, it happened before I joined, but like, no one's ever mentioned it to me, and like, I don't know, you're the only person I've ever heard say these things. Like, seriously, you said these things like a few months ago, and you're saying them now, and you're the only person I've ever heard say that. Like, that's why Fox Die changed their name, and that's why They booted a bunch of people out who I don't know. Like, I've never heard of any former Die Group people who got kicked out for cheating. And basically anybody that I know that has left Die Group basically just stopped playing the game or moved to PS4 and played it there. Like, these are the only things. Like, what are you talking about? As for being called cheaters, yeah, if you're not cheating, people are gonna get pissed about it. What do you understand about that? That's not a that makes perfect sense. To be If you didn't do something and someone told you you did it, yeah, you're gonna be mad.
And one of their core mission statements was that we do not like cheating, and we are not a cheating group. And they have to always defend themselves that, oh, we're not cheating, and they get really, really, really defensive about that. Why? Because there's some history of cheating there, obviously.
No. That's a false dichotomy. That, like I explained a second ago, if you say somebody's doing something they're not doing, they're gonna be mad about it, especially if it's a bad thing. That makes perfect sense. It's because people like you who continuously won't listen to other players and learn about the game that we have these issues. I've had rank people with gear that's grade 1 to 4 be mad at me and call me a cheater because I have grade 9 gear, because they don't understand that their weapons won't even hurt me. They unload an entire clip of ammunition on me and it doesn't kill me, and they're like, oh, you're a cheater. No, you're just ignorant of how the game works.
And this is their mission statement.
Okay, this is more back to the point of time, and this is from 8 months ago. It says it right there, from the original founder of Die Group, who personally I think is an ass. I didn't like him, and the only reason I ever joined was because Flat Pup took over after he left, and he just left. He didn't get kicked out, he didn't get voted out or whatever. And Flat Pup actually liked me, and I'm one of the lead disarmers on Xbox One, so it's pretty funny though that as soon as Azrael left, that's I'm in there being in Die Group, and I'm the top disarmer on Xbox One. This is your time, and the facts are not on your side here. They go against each other, and Azrael was not a nice guy. Maybe that's why we're dealing with this now. I feel like a lot of stigma has left over because he was a lot this way, and it wasn't shared by many of the other members.
One of the many mission statements.
What do you mean many mission statements? Are there more? Where are they? What are you talking about?
And so anyway, when people started getting questions about them, anyway, they had a lot of disagreements between themselves. And
okay, that sentence really got away from you. I don't know what you were trying to say there, but you're starting another statement, so okay.
And one of the leaders got banned many times, Flat Pup. I was going back and forth with him for a while. He had to message me from different gamer tags all the time, and his base was getting shut down and this and that, so he just went over to PS4, and they have this group over there called Bastards.
You mean you? How you got banned? Did you got banned? So I mean, you're on your fake Xbox account recording this right now. The proof is in the corner there. That's the second name that you came up with for that account. Anyway, technically I believe that Flat Pup was a victim of brigading. I think that he just got a bunch of false reports, which is pretty much because of people like you and Anti-Die reporting him for cheating and stuff. But I mean, he got soft banned. He wasn't banned. He's not banned from Xbox. He still plays occasionally. Also, his base doesn't get banned. I don't know what you think, that your base is always online. You can't really stop it from being online.
Well, when stuff was happening to me like this, Crazy glitch trapdoor and
Finally, we get some kind of evidence to talk about. Like, okay, the glitch door is a glitch. Like, it's not the user of the base doing the glitch door. Like, I've seen glitch doors before. I can't remember if I got through them. Like, it was rare. It's a rare occasion. And it has nothing to do with the user who owns the base doing it. Like, also, I'm going to point out here, you can't get through the door if the alarm's going off. And in that video, in that clip, you were definitely getting shot at and the alarm was going off and the guards killed you. Like, what did you think you were going to accomplish by trying to jump through a door that the rules say you can't jump through it?
like this. Respawn after I killed them, and
Okay, like with this and the last glitch you showed, like you've been told this by like a few people now that explaining these glitches, like the North Atlantic FOB, no matter who owns that like that real estate, it's a glitched base in the regards that if you die or Fultoned, you respawn there. The defender does. The defender, and the defender always respawns if you kill him. Like, you can't make the defender stop respawning after you kill them. I'm not sure you know that. But also, they will respawn wherever you did it on that one base. And on the other bases, it's always, like, on the core platform. So, I mean, you've been told this. You just don't seem to, like, want to listen is the problem. So, like, at this point, I think you really are just, like, really reaching to try to just, like, you know better. You know it's not true.
they had all kinds of excuses for me. And one guy was gloating after he did that. He says, that teaches you a lesson. I was like, what? How did you do that? And he said, you can report me if you want. I think this was X Bauer. He said, you can report me if you want. And and it's a glitch and this and that. And
Proof. Where's the proof? Where's the screenshots that he said this? Did he say this? Why would he say this? Because it's not. It's literally not the case. Like, I mean, I know from I have 2 North Atlantic bases. Like, it happens on those bases. Like, doesn't matter. Like, who has it? It just happens on those bases. So I really doubt he told you that, and since, 1, you don't have any proof that he told you that, and 2, since I know it's not true from my own experiences, and anybody else playing the game can go and test this out, like, it's just not true.
it's just ridiculous. Like, they know all about where the glitches occur, right? And so they take advantage of where the glitch is going to happen. And like, this guy got mad because the trap door on one of the Die Group's leaders' bases at the time, every time he went to infiltrate them, he was getting this error message. And so he went out about that on YouTube, and Die Group got all mad at him.
Okay, so you found another person who's ignorant about the game. Like, that's just them getting disconnected. Like, that's them. I don't know why. I've had that happen to me, and it wasn't, like, like, you can't do that. How do you think you rig that up? How do you rig that up? Explain it to me. How does that glitch work? Because I've never heard of anybody doing it ever. Like, you can, like, Google these things. You can look up cheats or, like, glitches. 1, there's no cheat for next-gen consoles. You can't hack next-gen yet. And you, like, how do you set this up? Like, you can take advantage of a glitch in the game, but there's not a glitch that allows you to, like, manipulate the game in this fashion, or any of the other things that you have, like, shown here. Like, you can't set them up to happen. Like, they're just things in the game. You can't, if you want to take advantage of them, I mean, have all North Atlantic platforms, sure, but, like, nobody does that. it's up, if you attack that platform, it's on you that you picked that platform, and you just have to remember the defender's going to respawn there. Like, what don't you like? Why, Kingdom?
I'm not the only one who said they were cheating, um, and and I tried to make peace with them.
Yeah, but you're the one who's most vocal about it, and like this guy that you showed, you showed the footage from a second ago, he was in your anti-die group. He was in your group. Like, that's not exactly like impartial. He's just another guy who's just as like, ignorant as you.
But I made this video last week that you guys saw, and then Linear Effect comes on and mocks me and doesn't accept my apology and accepts my challenge to fight.
Like, this goes back to your perception. Like, clearly you don't know what an apology is or how to give one. You don't know what cheating is or what it looks like or how to do correct fact checking. And your entire just if you have watched my video, which I know you had because you told me about it and talked crap about it, like just, oh man, like I don't understand how you got any of the things, like how you got to where you are now from my video. Like pointing out how you're wrong isn't necessarily mocking you. Keep in mind, I did mock you in there. I definitely did. But not like, you should have taken away from that the facts I told you, and it doesn't seem like you did that.
Message, actually, a guy who wished to remains anonymous, messaged me, one of the Die Group members, and told me how funny he thought my video was and how crazy this whole fight thing is. And he says, I'm friends with Linear Effect on Facebook. He's a real skinny guy. Don't go down there and beat him up, please. You really hurt him.
You're clearly an unstable individual. Anyway, proof. Where's your proof again? Here you are. Like, you could be showing a screenshot of a message right now and not have their name in it, but you're not doing that. And also, you don't understand the fact that, like, we talk to each other. Like, I know who talked to you, and I know what they said. Like, you don't understand, like, how, like, close we are, I guess. Like, that we actually communicate to each other regularly and talk about, like, especially in these past 3 days. Like, we've been talking about you because of how crazy you are. And I'm going to put a picture up here. I'm also not, like, very skinny, as you can see. Like, I mean, I'm pretty average build, so I'm not skinny. I wish I was skinny. Also, in the picture, I'm not Loki. I'm the guy on the right. Clearly, like, you've seen my avatar. I'm the guy on the right.
I kind of feel sorry for these retarded nerds and trolls, and just stay away from these losers. They're not worth it.
Nerds? You know how many videos you have of you quoting movie lines poorly in the same voice? Like how dare you? How dare you say that like you're not a nerd?
If you guys find any more cheating and stuff, let me know. It's kind of ridiculous. So, that group is a bunch of pussies, and they don't deserve to be Big Boss or play Metal Gear, because there can only be one boss and one Snake. Goodbye.
Those are the ravings of a madman. Like, what are you talking about? What is that outro? Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, like, just stop. Just stop. Like, I don't know why you're keeping this going. Like, why your ego won't let this go. Like, I'm not going to make another video. Like, this is the last video. Like, I didn't have as much fun making this one. Like, it's clearly getting tired. And, like, it's just not something that I'm going to want to do again. So, I mean, if you're going to come here, you can go ahead and do that. Like, I'm not going to, like, tell you not to or tell you to do it. Like, you told me. He told me you were making preparations to come here to fight me. I'm going to point out here that you, in addition to all the things I said about you doing that, like, online, you, like, seriously, like, 2 days before that, you posted some thing that was, like, applying to be on Screen Junkies, and then immediately, like, a few days later, after you're doing this thing to where you're trying to get on Screen Junkies on YouTube, and then your next video is a video where you're challenging me to fight. Like, they're not gonna, no one's gonna look at your channel, see that video, and think it's a good idea to like have you join their channel and work with them. Like, everything about you is crazy. You're a crazy person. Like, I'm done. I'm just done dealing with you.